Let's now talk about the basic terms of Pinterest so that you understand every word I am using in the next videos. It's not a lot of new vocabulary, but still you need to know a couple of terms with a good explanation before we jump in and really create stuff like this. The first thing is the so-called pin, which is the content in Pinterest. So a pin like this here, which is just an example, is basically either an image, a video, or a slideshow, also with pictures in this case, so a slideshow with pictures, and in a vertically format most of the time. So this would be the regular Pinterest pin size with 1500 times 1000 pixels here, but it can have completely different sizes as well. For example, here some formats. You can have 600 times 900, 1000 times 1500, 1200 times 1800, up to 2000 times 3000 pixels. So you see some of them are vertically, some of them are squares. Also the same for video, so video is also either vertically or a square, or also horizontally, also possible. So it is the only platform where you can really, in the same feed, so in this same structure, have different content sizes. And that is the interesting thing about Pinterest. Because I don't have to resize, for example, my Instagram content, which is a square, but just upload the Instagram post also as a pin. I don't have to resize it to this size, but just upload it as a square. And that is the very interesting thing here of Pinterest. Alright, so in words, it's basically bookmarked content, for example, a picture. Why bookmarked? Because I can also, with some special tools, simply say, okay, from my website, I take this and that picture, and it's getting automatically uploaded to Pinterest. So I don't even have to create own content with Photoshop or Canva. I can simply use existing content from my platforms and upload them directly to Pinterest. That's why it's called here bookmarked, because I can open my website, click on the tool I will show you later, the pin it button, and pin something from a website. Each pin is linked to a web page, so with every pin you also have a description and a link you can add. So you can either, for example, promote a blog post and then next to the image, next to the pin, have a link that people can click on that redirects them to your blog post. Like a preview or promotion for the blog post, and the link on the link, they can then read the full blog post. Not only for that, also for products, you can link products, you can link your YouTube channel, and so on and so on. So it's pretty easy to create really content that brings you traffic here. It's kind of a visual bookmark, we already talked about that, and it's images and videos only. So there is no only text-based content, but also it is not as fast as TikTok, because on TikTok the target group is really swiping every couple seconds, but on Pinterest you see a lot of content at one time, but mostly at the moment static pictures which are not moving, which is good. So you really can take your time, but also you can scroll pretty fast if you want. But you can decide that. On TikTok, of course, everybody's swiping because video or the platform is made for exactly that. You can add descriptions and links. We already talked about that. The next term is the board or pin board. In the course, I will call it board because that's the official term, but actually it's for pin, so it's a pin board, but it's in simple words, a folder to collect pins on a specific topic. For example, DIY, do-it-yourself stuff, I put in this board. Then tips for vacations in this here, tips for photography in this here, recipes in this here. So I can create my own boards, my own folders, also with subfolders. For example, winter outfits, and then you have winter jeans, winter shoes, and so on, so subfolders. And you pin your content on a board. And you have to do that. So you have to create boards, because you cannot say, I upload a pin which is not displayed on a board. So this connection of board and pin must always be there. In words, it's basically pins sorted by topics, by yourself and other people. To bookmark a pin, you have to select a pin board, a board, and it is part of your profile, and it's also the design of your profile. So boards are part of your Pinterest profile. It's also a good way to simplify sorting your pins, because there are people that repin, for example, 500 pins per day, and then it's a big mess if you don't have a good setup of boards. Next word, I already used it in the last sentence, is the repin. It's basically a pin that is already existing on Pinterest, and you just say, I also like this, click on repin or save, and save it in my own board, in my own folder. If a pin is bookmarked that someone else has added on Pinterest, so uploaded to Pinterest, then this is a repin, which means I upload a video and pin it to the board winter outfits. Somebody else sees that video and also likes it and pins it for her board named winter shoes maybe. So you can basically bookmark content from other people, which in the beginning is a bit of confusing, why should I do that? But in the end, this is how Pinterest works. So it's a combination of repinning existing content, kind of putting that in your own folders, and producing own content. Also, other people can then bookmark for their own folders, boards. The number of repins indicates how often your own pins have been pinned. So if you see that your pin has, for example, 20 repins, you know that 20 different people pinned or bookmarked your pin in their own boards or on their own boards. The next terms are secret, shared, and public boards. The secret pin board is only visible for the user himself. So if you have a secret board, it's only visible for you. Anyone can see the public pin board, so this is public. And the shared one means that you invite other creators by name or email address to pin with you in the same board. Then there is start feed /home/stream, which is the same, so different names. We will call it home feed in this course. And that is the feed in your home feed on the starting page. And when you open this, you get a lot of content recommended to you by Pinterest based on what you pinned to your boards and what you searched for. So if I search for social media marketing a lot and have a lot of boards on that topic and repin and pin a lot on this topic, then I will also see a lot of content about this in my home feed. It shows compilations of pins user might like, so recommendations. With this knowledge now, we are ready and set to start this journey. Okay? So this is now the last video of the introduction, so to say. From now on, it's step by step creating not only content, but also optimizing a profile and so on and so on. Watch the video again if you are not sure yet that you understand all the different terms I described here, but I can guarantee you that they will get even clearer when watching the course and when seeing the different terms used in praxis.